How's it going? Crazy mom coming in with the ween. I didn't know what to. I don't know. I felt like crafting or something, but opted out for right now. But I mailed off everybody's little thingamajigs that I made. Probably be there next week sometime. There's Holly. Hey, Sue. How's everybody doing? I was trying to think like what to talk about. We've been talking a lot about Summer Wells, and there's the hubby, Debbie, as well. Um so sometimes I'm such a dork, if I don't know what to talk about, I'll draw cards like what should I talk about, just to, for fun. Um and once again, it felt like I got Summer Wells, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Oh, why? Um, I felt like it's funny because I sit there arguing with the cards with Fred. Fred will be right there, and I'll be arguing with the cards like, I don't. I've already tried to freaking get law enforcement to listen. I've already tried to do this. I've already tried to do that. What else can I do? It's funny. I'll get in a full-on argument with myself. Basically, that's what it looks like. Hey, Robin. Hey, Maria. Country girl. We're doing good. Talk about Christmas. Well, what about Christmas? See, all I think about is hopefully we'll have, answers for Christmas this year on Summer Wells. Yeah, I felt like there. I'm not a very, I don't like to bug people, okay? So I'm not one of those that is really good about pestering like law enforcement and pestering people. Um, I'm now. I now know. Uh, I spoke to Pruitt, and now I now know. Like he knows at the very least. But like I said, I don't feel like he really is believing foul play in this case. I think he's just so, I don't know. I'm sure it is frustrating for law enforcement as well. And I'm sure it's not easy being in that position and having people upset and wondering why there's no answers. You know what I mean? I can imagine. I try to put myself in other people's shoes, and just can imagine like the shit that they've had to deal with from the public. Um, about it, they're very, I'll tell you this, they're extremely defensive when it comes to it. I don't know, I think they're frustrated as well. And from our in my understanding, they're not allowed to speak on anything, so yeah, I'm sure it is frustrating when you have people who are been begging for answers for years, but you can't say anything because you're on some kind of, there's some kind of what's it called, ban, or a some kind of a gag order, allegedly. So even if you wanted to say something, you can't, so it puts you in a really hard position. And also you wouldn't know what you could say and what you can't say, really. And like, if you're gonna mess up and say too much, is this person recording you? Is this person gonna put you out on YouTube? I can imagine. I recorded it. I'm not putting it on YouTube. I recorded it for my own reference. I told them, I said, anything you don't want me putting out on YouTube, I will respect that. You can tell people that, you can tell them that, but it doesn't, they still, they know better than to speak, because lots of people tell them that stuff and then put them out on YouTube or whatever. So yesterday too, speaking, okay, there's Nightbot just put my wish list. Let me click on that. If somebody can, so I had an interesting situation happen. Somebody who's been logging into my freaking accounts. I talked about it a little bit a few days ago because I was live when it happened. I got signed out of my Outlook account, my email, my YouTube email. I noticed weird things like that happening. I'm getting a lot more emails like, "Oh, there's been this account's locked because you've been trying to get in it too much." And it's like, "No, I freaking haven't." Well, yesterday, which kind of just confirmed to me what I already knew. And the only person I could think of there's like literally only 2 or 3 people who are that obsessed with me that would go out of their way to just try to like screw with me like that and really spend I guess months and years trying to figure out a password or trying to hack into my account or whatever. But they deleted everything off my Amazon wish list. And I didn't notice. Like I feel like the person was upset because there was a while when me and Fred were getting like household items. When Fred was first moved here. As people were just housewarming gifts and stuff. And I believe somebody probably got mad and jealous, and this person has been attempting to get into my Google and Amazon accounts for a while. I keep getting these freaking emails and my YouTube email I turned on, I put some, I don't know what they're going to freaking think they're going to get. I would think it would be illegal. I don't know though. I mean, the only other person that's done such a thing that we see doing it all the time is Six Up, logging into my fucking electric bill. See, I put that out there originally, so there's nothing I could do about that probably, unless I want to change my account numbers. But the other stuff, that somebody is going, that is, somebody has been trying to log into my accounts for months and months now. I would think that would be illegal. And that's just stupid that somebody is risking their livelihood over YouTube fucking drama. That is just dumb. I mean, can I talk some sense into you now before you freaking end up going to freaking prison over the bullshit? No, this is something somebody definitely. I already noticed it. I've talked about it on here several times and brought attention to it that I thought it was happening. And yesterday I got confirmation. I mean, my whole wish list was like completely wiped. Now if you click on my wish list, there's like 4 items, and those are the items I added yesterday. And think of who would want to do such a thing. It would be YouTube related. Nobody else. I don't have beef with people in my real life. Deleting a wish list, that's so stupid. Nobody else is going to think anybody care about such a thing. And then I heard somebody messaged me yesterday when I mentioned it and said, well, I told you like a few months back or some time back about Six Up talking about how she grabbed all your links that Nightbot had posted and was doing some weird shit with your links. I guess I didn't really think much of it at the time, or think like, what could this like person who's is basically like crackhead, like she can't be like have that many resources to her. I mean, and it can't be that intelligent. But I do know she's now living with younger people because she's living with her kids supposedly, and it's been something that has really started amping up like within the last like year. And then to find out, somebody messaged me and told me about her grabbing my links, and then I'm messaged and told that she was talked about logging into my electric bill again. Like, what the fuck? Yes, that's what I said. That's exactly what I said, country girl. I said, do they think they're gonna find some kind of secret info? Oh, they're gonna get to see what I'm buying. Probably wants to know what type brand of everything I buy because wants everything just like me. That's probably what it is. I want to be her so bad. How can I be her? So stupid, guys. It's ridiculous. Sounds ridiculous, yeah. It doesn't it? Who, like, my life is lame. Why would you? I don't do anything to anybody. I don't bother anybody. I just mind my own business over here, except when it comes to Summer Wells. They might be able to, Rhonda, but well, they probably could, but would they go out? Would they do so on something that's so petty, according probably in comparison to other stuff they have going on? Will they actually take? I don't know how easy I can. There's things that I know to do where I can track like certain things, like logins and stuff like that, and kind of be able to and possibly get a location from where it's happening, like a location, like a city and state. But my guess, if they're doing that, that they're probably using some kind of also VPNs and stuff like that. But it would it's still, I can check like logins and she was a wife. Nuh. Well, see, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether what I'm talking about, she's going to be talking about me. It's not just Summer, because I'll do freaking cooking shows or do my tarot, and there she is. It's only lately that we've been talking about Summer so much because of what's been going on. Mm. If I mean, do any of these people around her have a brain? Like, do any? I mean, are any of them are like halfway decent people? But I guess they do say birds of a feather flock together, and it is very true. But see, like if I saw somebody obsessing like that over somebody, like somebody I cared about or whatever, I would really be concerned, honestly. Because what she's doing is she's like, if she can't get me one way, she's like she keeps upping herself. Eventually she's gonna get caught up. It's just how it works. Her and her wife are on vacation. Okay. With the lawyer money that she collected to with I mean, is that what she's going on vacation? The lawyer money that she collected to try to go after me, or what about that share that she collected for that she never showed? How about all those freaking look at Reddit and look her up and how much freaking scam she has in her past? How many freaking mugshots this bitch has? Like unreal. No, I never tagged Summer's name. Hey, Tiffany. Now, like if I'm like the yesterday, Summer Wells was my title when we were making Summer Wells, or was it yesterday? Yeah. When we were making ornaments and stuff. But even like most of the time that we talk about Summer, I don't even have her in my title or anything. I don't. I think she felt like dissed at first in some way or disrespected for some reason, which she shouldn't have felt that way, but she did in some way. And then now she saw, she started making money off of it. So of course she's going to keep going with it because she doesn't have, like, she's never had any type of income, like a job, any type of regular, anything like that. Her life is like she's living on couches from house to house, constantly like moving, constantly like from couch to couch. I want to tell you not distract from it, but I'm going to be live in about an hour or so, and you may want to. Okay, awesome. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I might join. Awesome. Good. I'm glad that you're doing that. I'll be there. So, what time? Cool. Yes, I'm happy. I might join it. It depends, like how I'm out of freaking Delta 8 gummies, so I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. I definitely am interested in listening to it. So are you going to do that literally at 6 p.m. ish Eastern time? Okay, 6:20. So probably more like 7 p.m. Knowing, I shouldn't say this out loud, knowing Tiffany, but just so you others know. Just show up a little bit late. So 6:20. Okay, so anywhere from 6:20 to 7:30. No, I want to. I want to. I at least I want to support anybody who's putting out awareness on these people. And it's not hate bonding either. Because in my opinion, I feel like this is extremely serious. It's not like a little petty. I mean, yeah, it's drama. There's a lot of petty drama surrounding and stuff. But the thing is, they're causing a lot of problems, in my opinion, in Summer's case. They want to say it's me and Fred, but, and maybe, I'm sure I've made mistakes. I have. I know I have. But I don't think, yeah, I just don't feel like their intentions are in the right place at all. Yeah, I'm not giving shit about that either, Tiffany, because I've been late. I just try to edit my time if I'm gonna be late too much, like by like more than 10-15 minutes. I try to remember to edit my time so that people at least know. But there has been a time or two where I was like super, super late, like by over an hour. Because sometimes life happens and I couldn't get to my computer to change it. Oh, cool. You're crafting. Did I inspire you? I wonder how many people I inspire to just like try to do resin. It's really cool, actually. I've definitely made mistakes. I don't, it's a learning process. So 620, okay. Hey, Aggie. I heard that there was, I didn't see I heard about it. I heard that there was a pan or a, something between you and Chasing yesterday, I think on Queen Bees. I didn't see it. Um, what bothers me about that group in particular is that they definitely try to come off like they're smarter than everybody else. And everybody else is like the problem, not them. Okay, cool. So then that's okay. Yeah, and people believe her because she can talk properly at times and stay calm. You know, that's what it's like. No, she stays like that because she's a liar. And she's not at all, she's vindictive and not at all passionate about this case for the right reasons. Hey, Roxy. It's a Pisces, and she can have strong feelings about things. They're deeply intuitive, empathetic beings. When they believe something to be true, Pisces will believe it wholeheartedly. Well, I know it to be true. That's why it's not like me believing something. Now, I know, now, I can't say for sure Andy's involved. No, I don't know that for sure, certain. He knows things, though. What I do know is that he was on the road. That's what I do know, in my opinion. Allegedly, I have to add it but I'm telling you, that could mean it doesn't automatically mean he's involved with Summer, but it's weird. We're just talking about some of the players surrounding, just, of course, the drama with Andy and that group lately. And I Pruitt, I don't understand. Like, he really wanted to know who that dark blue truck is. That's what was his concern. And I'm like, well, why don't you fucking ask Andy Bernard? Oh, I was freaking. I'm like, come on. Ask him. He knows. She was up there yesterday saying she doesn't carry more of that gal and Carmel called CPS on Jody's daughter. Oh, because the rules only apply to certain people in their eyes. And their intentions on that was definitely not legitimate either. Come on now. They just, at the time, they had it so bad for freaking Jody Sue. Like, oh my God, it was unreal. It was ridiculous. I couldn't support it anymore. And it's like, I didn't like Jody Sue or anything really, and I would watch at first, but God, it got ridiculous. Turned up into a six-up freaking obsession. And it turned into a competition. Just the same thing that's going on here. Now, it's like, with these people with me, what they're doing with me, they're trying to compete. I don't want to compete with you. This is not a competition. I've talked to Gavel Geeks privately enough times for her to, I don't know. She should know, but she should know better as far as me, like her trying to act like I'm purposely putting out false information. She should know better. That's why it's just so fucking irritating. Because she's just doing it because of she's prideful. That's my opinion. Just listen to her on panel and how she argues everybody. She was a mod long ago. Jenny had told me she wanted to at least form a relationship with Jody's daughter. She even talked about letting her live with her. Gavel sick. Yeah, that's not normal. That's not normal thinking. She wants to be some kind of like hero or something. Wants to be praised in Summer's case in some way. Just like Jody Sue does. I'm sorry, Jody Sue is kind of the same way. Because of, in my opinion, because if it wasn't, then why? I don't know. It clearly shows in the things they do. Lemon character bowing his head while spreading hearts with his arms. I love how it typed that all out. Thank you so much, Aggie. Let me see if I put it on the screen, if I can see it. Here in pull up on my phone and then I can see it. Live Thankful. Is Live Thankful here? I thought I just saw her. I really like Sage too. Sage is really, really growing on me lately. Of course, we have a lot of the same views, but I like how she has a backbone and goes and sticks up for what she knows is right. So even though there's a group going against her. Toward the junkyard lady on Ben Hill Road that one wanted to buy land from Dawn. Thank you, Aggie. That's so sweet. See, I would get Sage confused with Skilo and one other early on, and that's why I never was able to really have an opinion on her before, because I would always get her and Skilo confused, and they're completely different people, obviously, but yeah, I just don't know what to do, Bella. You know, I feel like it sounds all really petty to call the police and be like, oh, somebody just like went into my Amazon account and deleted everything. Or I guess I need to start taking screenshots of this all happening, like every single time I get like a notification or an email about somebody logging into my account and stuff like that. And so, gosh, I might have to switch over my phone here a second and go. It's cold out though. I don't. It's a cold one out. What's it say? Temperature is feels like 23. Tomorrow though is going to be 45, and then 56 on Sunday, 54 Monday. So probably actually says it feels like freaking 21 though. I need to go get another Diet Coke. Hey TJ. Are coming hard after a spiritual channel as I get told I worship the devil every single day and talk to the devil on who was it electron so it was electronic medium that pissed off Chasing or something. I thought she was trying to point that towards me or something because of me doing a reading on my tarot channel, but which I mean they don't have to watch it. I don't tag them. I don't. I mean, it's only usually like 20 of us over on my tarot channel. What are you doing with the sock? What did electronic medium say to her to get her so riled up? Electronic medium's a pretty level-headed person, so I mean she's a pretty nice person. She doesn't really get into it with people, so Chasing was just the spokesperson, the handler. Yeah, that's what you keep saying. That's what you keep calling her, the handler. Oh, your hubby's been sick, TJ? Oh, it was about Sebastian. Yeah, of course they're. Well, I wanted to watch something with you guys on Sebastian, but I'm like seriously refusing, purposely not doing it. I want to watch this stuff, but I'm not freaking getting into this. I have enough drama with Summer Wells. People get to, and that's crazy. You know, $255,000 reward right now is what I saw on a video for Sebastian, which is amazing. But I don't I don't know. It makes me think about Summer Wells and why we didn't have the same type of outreach and outcry, really. I mean, it did go national, and and it has gotten attention, but Sebastian's really has taken off. And Fred was saying, well, maybe it's because law enforcement, like, maybe they know Sebastian's okay somewhere or something. Or maybe in Summer's case, they already know certain things and they don't need information. Like, they just need a little bit more information, and it wouldn't make sense to put out $100,000 reward or whatever. I don't know. I agree, Aggie. I don't bother her. She needs to stay where she's welcome, or go places that tag her and are, trying to get her attention. I just am trying to get them to leave me alone. That's what I'm trying to get. And they have been lately. I mean, the last couple of days I haven't heard. If I don't know, maybe they have been talking. I haven't I don't go where they're at usually. I don't. I'm not. I don't go to see what they have to say. Yeah, that's how I. That's what I saw. I turned on YouTube and saw a video of, or a live, stating in the title that his reward was 255,000. Fred said he thought it was actually even more than that. Even, but gosh, I just, it makes you wonder about what their strategy is. Theirs live thankful. We have to pay on your case too. But that's by the 9th, right? Hmm? On your case? On Hawkins? Is it the 9th? You have to pay it by? Okay. I've never seen her or those others ever admit any type of wrong at all, or apologize for any type of being wrong, or, and none of us are perfect. All of us are going to get it wrong at least once here in the Summer Wells case. Probably, actually, we're all going to get it wrong several times. Sorry, that was rude. I didn't mean to make such a loud drinking noise. Isn't it up to... No, what do you think they're going to do? How do you guys think they're going to react when they find out that Andy was really on that road? Watch. This is what I'm going to... This is how I think they're going to react. So, doesn't mean he was involved. More freaking, like, more like gaslighting, but not, instead of focusing on the like why he lied. What'd you say?
At least we know that they know that he's on.
Yeah, at least we know now. They know and they're aware. They can't use the law enforcement can't use the excuse that they weren't aware of this discrepancy going on YouTube about. He already denied to law enforcement himself that, or he already said to law enforcement he didn't know what he was driving that day. They already thought that was weird, but maybe, I don't know, all the hands that's changed over the last few years, back and forth between TBI Hawkins, and from freaking Lawson to Pruitt to,
Earlier,
huh?
they admitted that he was on the road earlier that day.
Yeah. I know, yeah, he admitted to me that he was on the road.
But more importantly,
who's the blue truck? But the way he said, they'll just turn his words around. I'm not going to put out that call. I'm not going to freaking, I'm trying to remain on good graces somewhat with law enforcement. And I'm just hoping and praying that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Because I don't think that phone call still would be enough for, I still think that they would turn it around into, I still think that they would try to freaking turn it around into something else, and so I'm tired of fucking proving myself. They need to fucking, I'm tired of it. I prove like literally everything I fucking say. But I do really, I still want that. And I think it's important for people to see that surveillance at this point. Or no. And then we could get to the bottom of why. Well, we can't move to that point because people still don't want to believe it. Until we get absolute proof, these people are gonna like absolute proof that they can't deny, and even then they'll still deny it, or have some excuse. Yeah, Luminous heard it. A few people have heard it. It was like, yes, he was on the road, but more importantly, who is the blue truck? And I wanted to freaking be like, why don't you fucking ask Andy Bernard? Ugh. You asked Fred that 3.5 years ago. They asked him who the blue truck was 3.5 years ago. They asked everybody. They showed people back there, lots of people back there, pictures, and had them identify people on the road. If he would have known who was in the blue truck, he would have said it then.
In my opinion of that, said he would say what, about the certain vehicles.
Fred had never seen the truck before, had not recognized it. It was it's probably an out of county. No, Andy hasn't admitted it. That's what I'm saying. He's denied it. Deny. That's his freaking MO. He's one of those, like, it's right in their face and he'll still deny it. People like that have just learned it works out better for them to just deny no matter what. Even with contrary evidence. At night, a reward? What's that mean? FBI only issue reward for people that they think is alive. That's what that's what I'm worried about. That they think that Summer's not alive anymore, and that's why they're not so freaking. But see, there's other children. I do believe that they're watching the parents super well to make sure they're not freaking getting involved in anything else to do with other children. I'm talking about Dawn and Candace. I do believe that, but I don't know. I don't know. I just found it weird that I sent in a, I don't know. I know, but once people see that, it doesn't matter if he's protected or somebody's protecting him. Once people see that surveillance, people are going to go insane. People are going to go insane once they see proof that he was on the road. I won't have to freaking be the only one advocating. They're going to go insane. They're going to want answers just like I do. You know, and I was thinking there for a while, well, maybe he's working with law enforcement, is what I was thinking of, but no, that's not true because of the conversations like with law enforcement Fred's had, and about the fact that they even said he didn't remember what he drove that day. Unless, like, he literally came on here and told everybody that he's only been questioned once. They told me, guys, on the phone just a couple days ago that he's been questioned several times by all agencies, FBI, TBI, and Hawkins. That's what they said. Which I know, I mean, one of them's lying. But of course, they're allowed to lie to us. But the person just wanted me to be aware. Or I think he was trying to calm, like ease my mind that, and so I don't know. There's they've got to have, hopefully, there's got to be some reasoning behind it all. I think Tennessee just had a senator charged for DUI recently. I don't know what's going on with Tennessee. There's so many missing kids. It was either a governor or a senator plus lawsuits on. Yeah, and what about there's crimes that they know about that they can. What about Candace? Like, she wasn't even allegedly wasn't even allowed to be around children due to a court order. Was there any repercussions with that? I do know, though, a lot of times if you sign over your rights as a parent, a lot of times they'll just like, huh?
When you sign over your parental rights.
Yeah, when you sign over your parental rights, sometimes it's just like, well, if you sign over your rights, we won't charge you. You just aren't allowed to be around children anymore, blah, 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 or whatever. Rumor has it from somebody that has a very good source who said Candace has allegedly, this is what I'm told for somebody who had a really good relationship with Candace at one time. So allegedly, Candace said that Candace's charges or Candace is just as bad as her brother, is what allegedly she said. Just as bad as her brother being Warren Harrer. And yeah, I guess it was really, really bad. Really bad. The stuff that Candace allegedly was involved in. mean, if you look at that Warren Harrer guy, if Candace saying that she's just as bad as her brother, and that I guess at that time when Summer went missing, guys, they were just starting to rekindle their relationship. Allegedly, Candace and Grandis. That Candace didn't talk to her mom for years because of things she went through as a child. And allegedly, they just started rekindling the relationship close to towards the,
Stayed about a year, wasn't it, before someone went missing?
a year before someone went missing or something.
When Candace appeared at the bottom piece of property where the building was with the camper, and then they finally moved it up on the hill.
Yeah, and they sold that camper. That's what I heard. Like she got rid of her camper
and her truck, both together. Grandis's truck and camper together. Supposedly, that's what I've heard.
And now the kids aren't there, so she would be allowed to be there. Is our theory. And also, I believe it's really sad. It really is very horrible. It's gross. I mean, I think back of seeing Candace and Grandis together when I met them, and how Grandis treated her like a child, like would baby her, like, I don't know. They would like stick their tongue out at each other and pick on each other and just play like kids with each other.
They kind of let them like they didn't get along because of Dawn. Because Dawn and Grandis supposedly didn't get along. Is what I've heard them speak about, Dawn and Candace.
Hey, Sammy.
Whether any truth to that or not, I don't know. But that's what I've heard Candace and Dawn speak about before.
Yeah. And that was something that I was told about Grandis a while back, but I was sworn to secrecy because they didn't want to ruin their relationship with Candace. I was sworn to secrecy, and I kept it a secret, and then I was reminded about it recently, and I'm like, oh my God, I completely forgot that Candace had told you that about Grandis. Yeah, but I don't know of Candace being banned from being around kids. I don't know of that. I don't know. Some people have said that she's not allowed to be around kids. Like, I don't know if that's true, if that's been an order from the court or not.
It just depends on the simulations in court. I mean, because they lost the kids don't actually mean that they ain't supposed to be around them unless they're...
Yeah, just because they lost their kids doesn't mean they ain't not supposed to be around kids.
They have the other stipulations to it.
Yeah, it has to be pretty bad for them to ban you from freaking being around any children. I mean, the worst of the worst.
I mean, from what we've heard through the grapevine, Grandis was just like her brother.
Yep.
If not worse.
Yep.
From what I understood.
Yeah. That's what I understood too, and I was completely disgusted to have ever even been in her presence. But of course, I was in Dawn's presence too, and who knows what kind of skeletons are in that guy's closet? We already know a couple of the skeletons, or think we do, or pretty sure.
I mean, what little bit I was around them, it seemed like Candace was abusive towards them in plain sight, you know, around like. But Don, he didn't act abusive or nothing, but behind closed doors, I don't know. You know.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people said. That's what Laura said too.
I have seen Candace be abusive towards the children. You know.
Didn't Benny say that he heard Candace say she couldn't be around kids? I do remember something about Benny knowing or saying something like that. I do remember that. I think that is where it first came from, was from Benny. But I've got confirmation also on that. Benny was also there when Don left on his little crack run during Christmas with hookers, and yeah. And allegedly, that's when the lady of the night, the woman that was talked about in that call, allegedly was given a ride by Dawn to where did she say that? Bluntville.
See, a lot of people don't realize that supposedly Playboy has another place in Bristol, either Bluntville and Bristol, next to Bristol Motor Speedway, which is right there in Bluntville. I just wonder if, you know.
Mm-hmm. Long ago, the lab showed. I remember the lab showing something or getting a hold of some stuff, but I don't think he got the specific details, did he? I mean, he saw that there was, I think he mentioned that there was some or what's it called when they, where you,
Some sealed documents.
Yeah, sealed stuff. But I think he was able to get that it had to do with children, right? Like SA. Warren looks like he could be Candace's dad. Oh man, that'd be horrible. I didn't even think of that.
I thought it did show something about child charges or something with her Candace or somebody posted.
Show child charges. I feel like I needed to go take a vitamin C. I feel that sickness in my head again, in my throat, doing that thing. But yeah, I do remember the lab showing something, but so it's about 30 minutes until Tiffany's going to be live, she said, in 30 minutes. So I'm sure if you guys are wanting some fun or some drama, I'm sure that's going to be drama. She said around 6:20, and it's about chasing Gabble, Adrian, all them. Probably some Jody Sue thrown in there and a little bit of Andy. Oh man. I don't want to. It's too cold to. Is the temperature rising any?
No.
It's supposed to be. It's right. Tomorrow's supposed to be 45, so I was just hoping maybe it would rise overnight and be warmer than earlier.
No, it's only going to drop more. I'm sure it's going to drop.
Guess I'll have to drive down there. Your throat hurts you every time you use Mod Podge. Maybe I should try wearing a mask. It doesn't seem to have much fumes, the one I'm using. I mean, like when you, if you, your hands, it can make, if you don't have gloves, it can make it It is kind of like a gross smell, but it's not like horrible. No, anymore. I'm talking about Grandis. Grandis has some sealed charges or there's some sealed charges against her, and allegedly she's just as bad as her brother Warren Harrer. And allegedly, yeah, I mean, when you say big Candace, are you saying allegedly Candace was a victim? But that's, yeah, I don't. I mean, we can only assume that. I don't know though. We do know that one of her other daughters has nothing to do with her, Jeannie. Goodness's other, so it makes sense. And then to find out that Candace had just rekindled her relationship with Grandis somewhat recently before Summer went missing. Obviously, though, Grandis was around when Jose was there, so which would have been October of 2020 when he first got there, I think. Oh, look, Rihanna dressed like Jody Sue for Christmas. Did you see Jody Sue dressed up as a Santa whore? A Santa whore. Oh.
She's getting prepared for the occasion, wasn't she?
No, we need to tease Jam because I think Jam has the same birthday as Jody Sue. Hold on, I'm going to text her real quick.
Oh, well.
I said, ha ha ha, I think you have the same birthday as Jody Sue. Oh my gosh, no wonder they're so alike. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Jam. No, Jam, that's just how you would have been if you would have gone a different direction in your life. For a long time, you didn't know there's another sister. Yeah, she even has other half sister and half brother too. Candace has a brother named Kenny. And she has sister Jeannie, and then she has, of course, there's Rose. And it's weird that Rose goes missing, and then is this what year was all this stuff with Grandis? With the charges and stuff, and how did it coincide along with Rose going missing? There's Jam. I just texted you too. I had to make sure you didn't miss it. I could not let you freaking miss it. I wouldn't do that to you. It was too exciting of news. She's probably like, you never text me before any type of information while alive, but you text me to tell me I have the same birthday as Jody Sue. New meaning, ho ho ho. Santa Bonnie. It says Santa baby. Santa Bonnie. Do 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 for me. I don't know the song, but give me 1 second. I'm gonna go use the bathroom so I can think about walking. I think those charges were regarding her own kid. Whose own?
Most likely.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure Rhiannon. I would get, I mean,
Her brother had a lot of incest charges and stuff, I thought.
I think she would allow things to happen between the brother and the girls, and that's just disgusting.
Yeah, that's what I had understood.
Isn't that what she said? Something about that
Somebody
Candace would
had said
allow,
Candace had said
that Candace said that,
she would send her to her brothers and stuff, knowing that what was going on for it to happen, supposedly, allegedly.
yeah. Are carny folk considered travelers? Yeah, I guess so. I guess like I'm starting to learn. I guess they are kind of like travelers. Yeah, I thought of gypsies as travelers. You know, that's what I always thought. But carnies, they do travel around, and supposedly even Andy's in that whole scene a little bit, which makes sense, I guess, working that train ride.
That is like Larry Moody. He worked for Alma Construction some with me, and he worked for a lot of carnivals and stuff. And he said that they always look forward to coming to Kingsport for some reason. Something about the drugs and stuff back in the day. But that back in 2000, 98 or something, 99, around 99 to
I'm curious, when did Rose go missing, and compared to the years that Grandis got all these charges or this CPS shit happening. I know, I'm just teasing her, Juniper. I'm just teasing her. But don't listen to Juniper. She's wrong. It means you're exactly like her. No, that's how you would be if you were. No, that is true. There's so much more involved in your chart, so many other planets and stuff. It's your sun sign, just the one that is most apparent, usually most noticeable in your characteristics. 1 second, guys. All right. Party for days with my parents when I was a child. Every time they came to our town. Is she live already? Ah, she was supposed. Is she live for reals?
She said 6:20 when I thought.
Yeah. It says 6 p.m., but yeah, I don't. Yeah, supposedly Tiffany's gonna be on, and I'll probably be there listening as long as it doesn't get too freaking depressing. I don't know. But I'm gonna take you guys with me over to DG real quick, I guess. Hold on. Let me say, I have a couple. So if you don't have the Dollar General app, you should, because you know, trying to learn how to coupon and stuff. I have $1.75 on my DG app so that I could use towards my total. Actually, I'll move that over to my Venmo. Sorry, I'm trying to move around some money. I'll put my money all in one account so I can get a little bit more. Instead of having to use a different card, you know what I mean? I know. Well, she doesn't really like me too well either, but we're being decent towards each other. I mean, that's why people don't like that I'm cool with people who are decent towards me, but you know, I'm nice to Tiffany as long as she's cool with me. That's how it's always been. And people get upset, but I'll be like that way with anybody. It doesn't matter, you know, except certain ones. There's certain ones that I wouldn't be that way, like that have crossed the line beyond repair. You know what I mean? But she's definitely not a 6-up. You know, I have to give her that. Okay. Oh, shoot, good. I was scared that I sent it over to the wrong. Okay. Let me grab my card. Bandit. Hush it. I don't know why I've always. It's just Tiffany Marie. Hold on. I'll share the link. And she invited me on panel, so I don't know. I might. It just depends what the talk is. Or how bad it gets. Why is my freaking. She's a big time liar. Chasing is. And she does. Oh shit, that's not the right link, I don't think. Hold on. I think I accidentally added a character on that. No, I guess that's how it is. Oh, yeah, I can have her unblock you. Here, let me, hold on. 1 second. Let me pull you up on my phone. I'm going to send. There you are. Okay. Share. Okay, I just sent it to her. I'm sure she will. I sent your link too. I made it super easy. So all she has to do is click on your link. Well, she's not too fond of me half the time, and I'm not too fond of her a lot of the time. But on this, we can agree, and it's important. And that's the only reason I don't like hate bonding and being. I I don't like seeing other people doing it. So but this to me, I feel like is really important. And I don't think that me and I don't know. I don't know why. Just Tiffany can be cool when she has to be. I don't know. She's just like that. She can be a really nice person, but she also has her other side. Just saying. Okay, now let me switch over to my phone so I can take you guys with me. I'm not gonna sit and dog somebody who hasn't been talking shit on me. You know what I mean? Like, why? That's what I feel like it's to help Summer's case, in my opinion. Even though this is a lot of drama, but it may not be directly a lot of it about Summer. It's drama that maybe I don't know. It's still important because it shows the type of people these people are and their lies.
What do you decide you eat?
Huh?
What do you decide you eat?
I don't know. I guess we'll just get some. Well, they don't have them there, I don't think. I was gonna say get some like the Salisbury steaks or something.
Get what?
Some of those Salisbury steaks or something.
Oh, that'd be fine.
But I don't think they have them over at DG.
They used to have some. I don't know if they still do.
But didn't we get them over at Walmart or Kroger last time?
We did at Kroger's, but I think they got some.
We got the Salisbury and what was the other one?
Uh,
Oh, the rib
yeah,
things.
the one she didn't like.
She didn't like those ones.
No, she wouldn't eat them. Remember? He's satisfied with hot dog. I don't care.
That shit. Okay. Yeah, sometimes they give free. Yeah, have it. Yeah, I guess that's probably what it is.
At least I can keep up with it.
Right?
I used to have one like this though that had a magnifying glass in it. Wasn't it the magnifying glass?
No, it won't.
At least I can keep up with it.
Right. Where's your? Oh yeah, that's right. You. Never mind. I was about to ask where's your wallet. Okay, guys. We're gonna hurry get this out of the way, and then Furthermore, so I don't really know Tamara. Exactly. That's all I want is people be nice and respectful too. Like, but I do can get. I mean, I know I can get like a bitchy sound in my voice when and it can sound like kind of, yeah, rare-ish. Or just I'm passionate when I believe in something. No, Bandit, I'm not taking you home. Yeah, and like when I get upset, like I sometimes don't think what I'm saying, and it just because like my real feelings about something, I have to really think on something a few minutes before to know exactly how I feel about something, because sometimes I'm just so impulsive. Sometimes like I'll initially get upset and I need to calm down, and okay. Yeah, it smells quite like smoke in here. Phew. Nope. Hard. It's freezing outside. Somebody's been hotboxing cigarettes. Gas lights on. Now. As long as I don't freaking run out mid-drive. It's only like a half mile, guys. I really don't need a cart, but I will take one. So I don't have my, I don't want to hold the cold stuff, anything cold. GG app. Hot cocoa. Tomorrow's the no. We're out of freaking DC. What am I gonna do? Here, let's go this way. Oh, well, yeah, we'll walk around because these people, I don't want to. Witch just hitting a brass brazier. Ooh, that's pretty cold. Yeah, they don't have them here, unfortunately. Fortunately, they don't have it. I do think they had them once here. I should have known. Oh, great. They don't have very many options, but I thought that they had that. Gosh, guys, I have freaking. Oh. Hi. Good. How are you doing? Yeah, I just walked right past it. What Diet Coke? I'm so mad that they don't have freaking Diet Coke over there. I'm just sitting here trying to freaking think what I'm gonna do because the gas station. They do we have any onions? We don't have any onions, do we? I'm trying to eat a pot pie. That wouldn't be enough to. I know. I'd have to get like.
One for us, one piece for us, and five for her.
I guess I could do that. Get some of the turkey pot pies, and then I'll have to go down to the freaking.
It's 4 for $5. Make some baked potatoes too or something. Since I know I don't really care, but I don't want to hear it from her. You know what I mean? I know. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Liplock. Well, I can make her. I don't really like these, but I don't really care though what I eat. There's beef. For some reason, I don't know why. Is the beef ones really good or something? Why are they almost out of the beef? Chicken. They have tons of chicken pot pies, but the beef. I know Marie Calendar is worth it, but I don't have. I'm staying under a certain amount right now, unfortunately. But yeah, I love Marie. The Marie Calendar ones are good, and they're. I think. Let's see. That one's 10 ounces, 7 ounce, and these are smaller. We'll have to get. I think they have at like Walmart and stuff like dinner size chicken pot pie. Huh? Exactly. Exactly. Right? I know. I don't care either what to eat. I'll eat whatever. I don't care. Soup, beans, and cornbread. Well, our family, there's not. We don't eat fish. We're not a fish eating family, unfortunately. It's what? They have 3 for $4. We could get some of those sandwiches, and I could get a couple of these to make her and a baked potato. And do you want one of those like any of those? I don't like that or that. It's not good. I haven't had the McRib thing. Oops. They're probably not real beef. It does have beef in it, but it's soy too. I'll get those. We'll take Luminous's idea and hopefully Caitlin will like them. Hey, Kathy. Salisbury steaks, mashed potato. I know I was going to get, that's what I was going to get, so Salisbury steaks. Because they're only like $4 or something. They're like really cheap. And I already have like some baked potatoes and vegetables like at home. Those are good with goldfish. Okay. So what do you have in? Oh, fish sticks. I could. Should I? Are you wanting one of these or not? You're not. Oh, okay. Do we have any sauce?
Just what's in the food.
Should we? You want to get some sauce? Okay. Or mild chili. Said something interesting on face. Huh, that's weird. I don't see anything. Maybe my chat's it's not loading or something, but I don't see anything in Facebook Messenger. Maybe my phone's not loading right now. That sounds good, Sue. That's what I was actually thinking of. A soup and like grilled cheese or something. I don't know if my internet is just not working on my phone.
Have a good one.
Hi. What's that? Thank you. Oh, maybe the receipt. Sorry. Has Tiffany started her live yet, guys? I'll be there. I just have to. Ouch. My freaking hand just did a weird pop thing. I'm sure her first 10-20 minutes, though, is just talking to people, anyways. Well, now the gas light's not on, so see, it has a lot to do with the if we're on level ground or not. I'll just leave that. Oh, no. Lost you guys there for a second. It has to do with chasing and gavel geeks and all them. And she knew I'd be interested, so she. Which I knew probably was coming because of what you said earlier about on your live about what happened over at Queen Bee's. Oh, did she unblock you? Is she live? So she's live. Or is she live or not? Let me see how much is on this card. Oh, now my internet's working. Who is that wrote that? Who wrote that? What the fuck? Why does it say Ellie Mae's post? Who's Ellie Mae? What? I'm so confused. Ellie? Is it Ellie like Fred's sister? I see that somebody called me out. She called me out specifically. Ziggy, PG and Ziggy. PG and Ziggy. Like literally, Candace, I never talk about you. I hardly ever say anything about you, Candace. So that's pretty funny that somebody would put it on. She would make a post saying, calling me out specifically and putting me with PG. Okay, first of all, I don't. PG, yes, she goes after Candace all the time. That's pretty funny that she wants to. It's almost like that really is interesting to me. No, somebody posted Can posted something right here. Are you already you must be already unblocked because Tiffany just now saw the text. So under Can there's this huge post and it talks about freaking grifters and it only mentions me and freaking PG. Like of all people. I wonder why. Sorry, I'm sitting here just running around their store just like I do this every time. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm live and I'm just having a fit. I have a card, so sorry, it's all right. Thank you. Dude, are you fucking? Did you see that post that Candace made? Specifically calling me out, saying, "When are you gonna get it through your head that Candace had nothing to do with this?" Like, when did I ever even say Candace? I think it's pretty funny that she called me out.
Was it Candace's post or somebody else's post?
It's Candace. It says Can, and it's somebody shared it.
Yeah, somebody wrote that. I seen that.
Somebody else wrote it for her.
Yeah, I seen that.
And that's got to be probably Chasing or Gavel Beaks. Or, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not. I can't say it. I know that was them that wrote for her. But they're buddies with them. And I think it's pretty funny. You go down to Tennessee to freaking film a secret documentary. And now you're best friends with fucking Dawn and Candace. And Andy. Really interesting.
I'd seen that several days ago. They posted it on Facebook.
You know, and to punch me with PG is offensive. I know that's why she wanted to fucking do it. But still, like, PG's the one that talks about Candace. I don't talk about Candace. My focus hasn't been on Candace really for a while. What have I said? I've even said many times, I don't even know if Candace really knew the truth at first of what was going to happen to Summer. I think she was lied to by Dawn at first. I've said that, so I find it pretty interesting that she's going to... It's got to be somebody like that who has a thing against me specifically because to call me out because I don't fucking talk about Candace. I wouldn't be a person on Candace's, like, first and foremost. I don't talk about Candace at all. Weird about that post. It's like a freaking novel, guys.
Here's your phone.
Thanks. It's a freaking novel. I left you guys in the car and just walked off. That's how freaking irritated I am. Yeah, here. Let me show. FBI warns iPhone users not to text Android users and vice versa. What's that about? Oh, they're like they're not fully concerned. Okay, so what was I gonna do? Okay, right here. To whom it may concern, I wish people could get it through their head that Candace had nothing to do with her little girl going missing. People amaze me. They think someone must be guilty if they are not rich. But if they had anything to do with this, they would be in jail. They did not have the money to hide behind a bunch of attorneys like some parents do. They have taken lie detector tests. They have took them with law enforcement and Dr. Phil. They have let law enforcement go all through their home and property. People need to put themselves in their shoes and think, what if this was me? What if your child went missing and you were broken and in shock, and the grief that you would feel on top of that? Everyone is coming at you, coming to your house and yelling at you all over YouTube and nothing but hate. Imagine if you're already going through the worst nightmare you cannot wake up from, but you don't even know what to do, because if they knew where she was, they would go get her. Oh, really? What about when Don went down to Fred's and said that he owed a drug dealer a debt with the drug dealer, and was asking Fred to come with them to help him negotiate that deal after Summer went missing? What about that? And then called CPS because he was freaking scared that the boys were going to be next. But of course, whoever's writing this probably doesn't know that. Everyone is coming at you, coming to your house and yelling at you all over YouTube, and nothing but hate. Imagine if you already going through the worst nightmare you cannot wake up from, but you don't even know what to do, because if they knew there she was, they'd go get her. I pray Summer's safe no matter where she is, but can you imagine all the thoughts that have had to gone through their head of what could have happened to their baby? Like, that is not enough hell to have to live through. If people would actually look at the other possibilities besides Summer's mommy and daddy, maybe we could find out what happened. I'm not saying that Don and Candace are perfect, because none of us are perfect, not one. And this could have happened to anyone's kids. Do go missing all the time, and it's not always the parents. I do realize they say most of the time it's the parents, but that is because most of the time it is a custodial kidnapping, or like when parents are divorced. And one parent takes off with the child, but that is not the case here. Oh, really? Why not just imagine if this were you? Give grace and mercy to someone going through something this horrible, and if you find out different, then give them hell. But why continue to go after? I haven't been going after these parents. Yeah, I mean, not Candace. Give grace and mercy to someone going through something this horrible, and if you find out different, then give them hell. But why continue going after these parents? Thank God it's not you. No one ever expects something like this to happen to them until it does. If you feel hate for Summer's parents, then remember, by the grace of God, this is not you. Everyone handles drama differently. No two people are the same, but you cannot say you would do this or that differently, because you don't know what you would do unless you have walked in their shoes. Just like you don't know what you would do if you had walked in me and Fred's shoes. and no. Walked in Fred's shoes and know what he knows and see what he saw, and have people trying to put you in the middle of it.
And a parent trying to get you involved in it.
Why not pray for them and pray for Summer and her brothers? I pray every freaking night. That would be helpful, but pointing fingers at them after all this time is helping no one. In fact, many YouTubers have possibly caused harm to this case with all the lies and confusion, making stuff up and using a missing child to make money, and making stuff up on the thin air just so you can have a channel to use this precious little girl's name to build off of. It's really sick. I'm talking about the Griffers like PG, Ziggy, and many others that do not know anything about this family, but they think they know everything. It's sick and evil. One day they will be sorry. And okay, sure. And shame on anyone that says they're using tarot cards or spirit boxes and saying they have talked to Summer, because that is a lie. I've never said I've talked to Summer, ever. I've never said I talked to Summer. I want Summer to be alive. First of all, we don't know where she is. Second of all, if Summer is heaven, she is not coming back here to talk to these idiots. They are talking to demons, and that stuff is not of God. So if these people knew how ridiculously look, they would stop, regardless if they think that it is evil or not. Rant over for now. And thank you, Daisy's Farm, for being there for them and not trying to show people Candace is hurting, Dawn is hurting, and try to get people to see these are the regular people that are missing their child. Yeah. Okay. Sure. It's not hate, okay? It's we have a child out there, just like your post says. I don't make up things out of thin air just because if you don't want to believe anything, I mean, yes, PG does. That to me, it looks like she does. I'm sorry, PG, but it does seem like that. I lost you guys there for a second. Sorry. All right. So it's really funny that they called me out specifically because it just shows me who probably wrote that. Because I don't talk about Candace. Candace, I wouldn't have been, unless she's being lied to, I don't know. So pretty funny. Imagine it.
I feel like Candace was lied to.
Yeah, I've always said well, not always, but very recently, like the last year, I've kind of felt like maybe Candace didn't know what was really going on at first. And I think that she was told they were getting Summer back. I that's my opinion, and I'm allowed to have that. But even how can they say this? This person come and say this, but yet even Candace herself, when Dawn was in jail, even put suspicion on Dawn. So please stop. Please. Even the old mother has put suspicion on Dawn when he was in jail. So they have nobody to blame but themselves and their behavior and the things they've said they've seen. That Dawn's been around trafficking and stuff. You think that's normal? The stuff he said that he's seen about children being traded for drugs. Have you seen that with your eyes? Because I sure as hell haven't. Only people in that freaking lifestyle have seen that shit. I mean, come on. That's not normal to just be at a hotel and seeing kids getting traded for drugs. You're only around that if you're involved, because people like that, they're going to be very careful. He said he did, Lisa. He said he did in a phone call. He said it several times that he knows and has seen it with his own eyes. I mean, it's not my fault if people are trying to not see the obvious. That's why police really thought he sold his child and thought Summer, and they were on him about that. Even Dawn told that and said that the police were like, what did you do with your child? They know they are involved, or that especially when it comes to Dawn, that Dawn's involved. They just don't have the last little bit, I guess. And I know Tiffany's live. I know, I heard Don speaking, but he's talked about it more than once. It wasn't just even on my phone call. How could you not know when there's a picture and video of Summer having a black ear and blood on her stomach? And of course, it's just really sad, and people are going to feel sympathy for parents who have lost a child. But what people don't understand, these people, for some reason, they don't want to believe it. Nobody wants to believe a parent could be involved in such a thing. And then you meet somebody in person and you really don't want to believe that because they seem, maybe somewhat normal to you. And it's scary to think, oh my gosh, this is could be everywhere. But it's really, really strange that I would love to know what they're freaking talking about, because I have not been even focused on Candace. That is really laughable, actually. And I'm definitely not making up about Andy being on the road. That's the truth. And the bone situation, we know was the truth. Law enforcement went out there. Everything I've talked about that's happened is the fucking truth. I don't just make shit up for content. All right, guys. I'll go hang out. I'll go listen to Tiffany's. Or to Tiffany. Thank you guys so much for well, it would show if they were innocent. Like it just there's a certain way, like, and neither one of them they're not acting normal. But yeah, I know in the post, you don't know how you would act unless it was you. Yes, I do. I get that. But there's way more things that have occurred since just her disappearance. I mean, there's way more. The phone calls, the weird freaking like games and fake calls to Mary about Dawn being arrested. I am right in front of Candace, me telling Dawn, talking about a 12-year-old body having a body from hell. That's okay for you? That's okay for you, for a grown freaking man, almost like 60 years old, talking about a 12-year-old's body in a sexual way on a phone call, and then the Candace is right next to him and corrects him and says, no, she wasn't 13, she was 12, and acts like it's completely normal. Come on. I don't know if anybody could share the link, but yeah, I don't usually watch her, but this time I will be. So